Hello everyone, it's Karina. For this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I embellish some of my rosettes using different textures and different items from my stash. The die that I'm using is this one here. It's a Sizzix die number 663135. But of course you don't have to use your die, you could just make a rosette using your scoreboard. To save some time, I do have my papers die cut out already, and I'll be creating 3 with you guys today.
For this specific die, I like to run it through my machine 3 times.
And I like to glue them together first. Oops, before I start folding them. So I'm gonna wait for that to dry while I glue the rest of my other rosettes together.
By the time I upload this, I know there's going to be 7 more days until Valentine's Day. So I'm curious to find out if you guys have any plans or if you guys even celebrate Valentine's Day. For me, this is my first year in a long time that I have a Valentine. So I'm curious to see what he plans. Not that you have to do this one whole big thing, but you know, I like little gestures. So I'm gonna be making a little basket, and I'm working on a mini scrapbook album, which I'm so excited to do because my first love was scrapbooking, so I haven't done that in a while, besides my December daily and stuff like that. But with Valentine's Day, I feel like I'll love it more since it's one of my favorite holidays. So hopefully I get to share that on another video. Also, do you guys have any traditions you do on Valentine's Day? I would love to know. Also, since we're on the topic of Valentine's Day, do you guys have a favorite paper collection that you like to use? Or what's your absolute favorite Valentine's Day collection? For me, it would probably be, you guys may know this already, but Heart Day or Hello Love by CRP Paper.
So now I'm gonna use my circle punch so I can use for the back.
I'm trying to think of some other questions. What's your favorite Valentine's Day candy that you like to receive? That's a good one. For me, it would probably be any type of fancy chocolate, like the Dove. If you consider that fancy, I think it's fancy, but it's so good. I love the chocolate that melts in your mouth. And I'm a big fan of white chocolate, dark chocolate, and you know what, all the chocolates, because milk chocolate I've been getting into milk chocolate a lot more. Like the plain Hershey Kisses is so good.
For my first layer, I'm gonna use some tulle, and I picked up this really cute glittery one from, I want to say it was Hobby Lobby.
I use this stitch circle die as a guide to cut my tulle. It does go around most of my rosette, but since it's see-through, it doesn't cover all of the details. So again, I just use my die to guide me so I can cut a circle, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I haven't actually tried running this through my die cut machine, and since it does have the stitching detail, I wasn't sure how that was going to work, but I thought this was an easier and faster way to do it anyway.
For my third layer, I'm going to use this 2 1/4 Scallop Punch, but you can use a die. This one's by EK Tools. So I'm not going to add any foam to this layer just yet. For my fourth layer, I'm going to use some crepe paper. This I picked up from Hobby Lobby. It's a cute blush pink color. I love this one. I do just cut a strip off first, then I go ahead and fold it a few times just so it can make it easier to cut. And I just remove a little bit of it. I think this might be a good size. I might have cut it a little too short. And I just fold them over until I make a complete circle. Remove the excess. And mine don't come out perfect, but it's okay. Oops. I messed it up a little bit. You can also use a stapler if you have one. Okay. I don't want it to cover my scalloped circle, so I'm just gonna cut it a little bit because I want the layers to show. See, look how pretty it's looking already with all the layers.
So I believe this was 2 years ago, but my sisters and I had a Valentine's Day, and it was actually one of my favorite Valentine's Day ever. We decorated the table with Valentine's Day decorations, and we had bought in a bunch of pink snacks. We also got the Papa John's heart-shaped pizza, which I love Papa John's. It's one of my favorite pizza places, so it was a plus that they had one out for Valentine's Day, the heart-shaped pizza. And my sister had made some calzones that were heart-shaped. My sister, from what I remember, she got some type of ice cream cake from Cold Stone, which was yummy. I'll try to insert a picture if I have one, but I loved that Valentine's Day.
So now I'm gonna add some more layers. I'm gonna use my scalloped heart, but you can go ahead and use any die you want. So that will be my, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth layer. I'm trying to use up all my scraps, so found this really cute heart one. So for my fifth layer, I think I am going to use some foam to layer it up.
You guys, so I found this or that Valentine's Day edition, so I'm gonna go through them. So the first one is roses or sunflowers. For me, roses, movie theater or Netflix, movie theaters, fancy restaurant or home cooked meal. That one's tough. Probably fancy restaurant. Chocolate strawberries or chocolate fondue. Love, love, love chocolate strawberries. Sugar cookies or pink frosted cookies. That's tough. Maybe pink frosted cookies. Chocolate covered pretzels or chocolate covered almonds. For sure pretzels. I love the ones that they sell at Target.
So for another layer, what I like to do with my rosettes is add some sort of label or banner ticket. You can even use like a strip of paper, and I like to use it horizontally, and I just like the way it looks, and it adds something across, if that makes sense. So I have this ticket. This is a punch from, it's another EK Tools punch that I have, and I'm using this sort of like banner arrow, and this is from We Are Memory Keepers. Whoops. Yeah, it's this one right here I got at Tuesday morning. And I'm debating if I want to add some foam. I might just use it on the other layer.
And there was a few more. There was teddy bears or box of bonbons, probably teddy bear for that one. Flowers or balloons, flowers, brunch or dinner, for sure brunch. Rom-com or horror, probably horror.
You guys, we're not done yet. We're gonna add more layers. I'm gonna use my other heart punch. This one I believe is from Michael's. Oh no, it's that, it says the Paper Studio. That's Hobby Lobby. And I'm gonna add some foam to this layer as well.
I'm gonna add another label. This is a die that I'm using. It's by Tim Holtz Sizzix. I like to use this because it gives something more going across my rosette, and usually I'll put a sentiment or something on top of this label. That's what I'm doing here because we're getting down to the end of the last layer. So I am gonna be adding some foam to pop it up even more. Now I like to add a sentiment to my rosette. I found these stickers in my stash, and I'm just cutting them down a little bit so it can fit on top of my label. I am adding foam to these as well, and I should have stopped here because these turned out really chunky. It's still cute though. What I like to do as well is make a bow, and I've been loving doing this with any type of trim that I have, or you can also use the ones that are already made, but I'm just using this twine. It's like this magenta hot pink color. I love this one so much, and I'm almost running out. I don't remember where I got it either. But yeah, I'm just creating a bow and I'm gonna put it in the center of my heart. And I've been loving doing this. It just adds something cute to your rosette, also adds some more texture, which I love. And for the center of my bow, I like to add a pearl or a gem. So I'm adding these ones that I got from Hobby Lobby. And lastly, to fill in some spaces on my rosette, I love to add butterflies. So I die cut it out a few, and I like to add two, one on each end pretty much on the opposite sides. So this is the final look of my rosettes. I think they turned out really pretty. I love all the pink and gold with the mint popping out on some of the pieces. Let me know what you guys think, and if you guys try this technique out, I would love to see it. Tag me on Instagram or here on YouTube. I hope this was helpful and that it gave you some new ideas if you are stuck. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.